So move on to Arsenal. They're considering expanding capacity at the Emirates to 80,000. Is that really realistic given potential restrictions in London? That's a
That's
massive expansion.
that's going to be very tough to do, given that the Emirates is already very tightly bound around, with housing, etc. Also, you've got to look at then the transportation issues around an extra 20,000 fans coming in and out, which won't be easy. Spurs have already proven it's incredibly difficult for transportation issues. Villa are having problems with transportation issues about increases in capacity. So yes, I think there'd be a lot of inquiry into the planning side of this in terms of how it could be handled. I don't know the Emirates site in total detail, and I don't know if Arsenal have acquired any land around there or blocks of housing that they could move things on. Of course, things can be done, but I do think there's some really serious challenges to go to 80,000. That would be a big move, and transportation is one of the key ones.
And Marinakis, Nottingham Forest owner, is in talks to buy Vasco da Gama. Could that be a big reason why Edu exited and took that role with him?
Yeah, look, I think that would be certainly. Marinakis will have spoken to Edu if in fact he has done, and I'm sure he's done it in the appropriate way. Would have sold him a vision of what the group is trying to do with Olympiacos, Forest, and Forest now established themselves, as we said at the start of the season. They're starting to achieve that goal of establishing themselves in the Premier League. And then another club in Brazil, which could be a great feeder for talent coming through, makes ultimate sense. But you do need experience at that level to be able to mould the clubs together. That's the biggest issue that multi-club groups have not done, is they have not spent the time to actually make the thing work properly together. You don't just throw clubs together and hope it works. You've got to spend time, and that's where Edu would be very, very good at that sort of situation. So I think that may have appealed to him. I know in Brazil, Vasco, the fans were not happy. They would think that if they were part of that, would they be, second fiddle to Forest in the Premier League or to Olympiacos, which was his first and the club he loves. So they wouldn't want to be the third fiddle, if you like, in that situation. So there's some unhappiness with the fan base. But overall, it's a very compelling situation. If with Edu there to try and get it right, it could work out very well for Marinakis. So again, we'll see how the Brazilian transaction pans out or not.
I was going to say maybe this could be a move to kind of help the fans believe you have a Brazilian coming in to be the sporting director or whatever it might be in order to kind of ease their concerns.
I agree. That's where it's a smart move if that's the case. Now, as well as Vasco, I mean, look, there could be other situations in Brazil that they'll look at. They changed the rules about a couple of years ago that allows now for private ownership, and we've seen Texter down there as well, and a couple of owners have come in. So let's wait and see. But certainly Marinakis is not a man to be messed around with. If he wants something, he seems to really go and get it, and you've got to admire that. And I think Edu is a very important part of the plan, as you say.